I hit end, as I always did, wishing that sometimes it had more power than just ignoring a call. Again and again, her name flashed on my screen, and each time I did the same. Then she sent me the first round of the many messages she will send in a day. 7:57. We need $350 for the electricity bill. What happened to minimum payments? 7:59. Rent. Pay rent or we sleep nowhere. 8 o'clock. Did you pay last month's? 8:03. Garlic causes blood clots. Click here. See, I told you. 8:03. Don't drive like a crazy today. 8:04. Bye. They say mothers are in tune with their children, even if the relationship they have with them is beyond what one might describe as shitty. Amma was sure that she knew me inside and out when she couldn't even remember how to function like she used to. Somehow, she believed life was more draining for her than it was for me. Chapter 3. That'll be 23, 25. She must have been 23 herself, and there she was judging me as I glanced at the items on the conveyor one last time. Iced coffee in a can, ginger ale, actual ginger, garlic, onions, cold rub, chilies, Epsom salts, 2 vanilla protein bars, dates, and some chocolate almonds. $23.25. I'd need to either do 2 short rides or 1 in high surge to make the money back. I don't need these, actually. I pushed the almonds to one side, knowing I'd regret it later. The fluorescent lights in the shop were stupefying. I had noticed in my quick perusal that the organic foods were no longer in a separate section, but now had an aisle to themselves directly opposite the value options. On the left, a can of baked beans for $50. On the right, a can of baked beans for $3.50. Someday I'll buy one just to know what they taste like. If they melt in my mouth without a hint of aluminum, then they will be worth every penny. But if you've got culinary talent gurgling in your veins like I do, you don't need the organic shit to make something near genius. Row upon row behind me was packed full of boxes, bottles, and Tetra Paks colored in wisp of every hue. 100% juice, completely sustainable, ethical, made and sold by cherubs in fancy dress, no orangutans were killed in the process, fair fucking trade. Nothing about any of the exchanges in this hellhole was fair. The city was trying to fool us all. The old woman waiting for her turn behind me smiled while I rummaged through my pockets for another few coins. She wore yellow high socks and held a bag of oranges in her hands with some milk and a packet of raisins. I was beyond any point of embarrassment that would allow me to care what she or the 23-year-old teller thought of my grown self looking for more money in my lint-filled pockets. You can never find those coins when you need them, I winked at the teller. And don't they just love to hide? Did you check your back pocket? In your shoe? In your bra? The old woman jested at my expense, laughing jovially at my predicament. She had had her fair share of living too seriously, it seemed. She threw jokes into the air as if she was going to die tomorrow. I plopped the change I found in my back pocket on the counter. I had hid a $20 bill in my hand and pulled it out from my hair. The old woman slapped her knee with the bag of oranges, and I worried she'd fall over. She chuckled, and I could tell she had been a smoker. I nodded at the teller, smiled at the old lady, and grabbed my things. My phone vibrated. The shopping bag with all my $20.20 worth of goods probably weighed about 4 pounds. Outside, there were kids playing in the street. Good for them, I thought. Better than losing their minds in front of a screen. But their motor skills weren't fully formed. Their lanky arms and oversized palms clapped haphazardly into the air, missing their ball every now and then. All I could see were my wing mirrors cracking, and if that were to happen, it would be another bill on top of the bills I already could not afford, even with Sharif's discount at the garage, stacked on the kitchen counter. Watch it, kids. Don't play near parked cars. There are cars everywhere, lady. We're all gonna die. Kids these days are so well informed. I got my phone out. Hello? 1 sec, Amma. I'll call you back. Key in the ignition, I took a deep breath. The first of many for the day. A traffic light ahead, a left and right turn before waiting at a school crossing. I could do this drive in my sleep, but I wouldn't, of course.